All right. Holy fuck. Come on. You can keep it moving. Yep, keep it moving. Keep it moving. Let's go. All right, folks. I'm back. Today has been a wild ass day. A lot wilder than I wanted to be, let me tell you. Shout out to Local 804. Yes, sir. Those who know, they know. Yo, today, wild ass day, folks. Wild, wild, wild ass day. Uh, some of it pretty entertaining, most of it pretty fucking annoying. Holy fuck, man. Holy fucking fuck. Oh, man. So it looks like I'm going to spend the rest of the afternoon on 17th Street between 5th and 6th Avenue. Like, like, the fuck? Oh, oh, holy crap. I hear honking, so that means there's a green light that somebody's not moving at. All right, starting to move a little bit. But it looks like I'm going to get stuck at this light. It looks like at least two more times. Let's see how far down this line I get. I might get stuck at the front of the line on this block. Getting stuck here for a bunch of lights, man. I know one of the guys commented on the last video, me being stuck on one block for like 3 or 4 or 5 minutes because of a garbage truck. He's like, "Yo, that shit triggered me. Like, I can't blame you. I mean, I only get like really triggered if I have somewhere to be and motherfuckers don't want to drive. You know, um, but if I don't have anywhere to be, then I'll just sit. You know, I'll just sit here in traffic. All right, let's see if I'm gonna make this light. Looks like it. Thank goodness. Yep. Yo, this dude is in a G-Wagon in matte black. Salute that man. That motherfucker makes money. He makes more money than I do. Let me tell you. Because yo, depending on who does your paint job, the paint job could cost more than some of these cars that are on the road. So you see somebody in a matte black G-Wagon, there's a high probability they make more money than you do. So that means you got to get on your fucking game. You know, 99% of people are going to be part of the 99%. But just because we know that that's the case doesn't mean that we can't try to get ours. We can't try to get a little bit fatter of a slice of the pie than we think that we'd normally be entitled to uh, because of the caste system that we live in. We can go and get that money. So I don't have that black G-Wagon money, but um, perhaps sometime very soon. I mean, that kind of money would mean something different for me because I'll be rocking this GLE and then, rocking one of those toy cars, if you know what I'm saying. Yo, there's money for you to get, family. There's money for you to get. Oh, by the way, this face is going to end up on a passport. Yep. All right, but it was a crazy, crazy situation trying to get this passport. I'll probably end up talking about it on TSP. Please don't tell me that somebody's double parked. Oh, this guy is double parking. Great. Please let me in. Thank you. All right. Stuck at this light. God damn it, man. I will say that a lot of the pretty girls that are out, you could tell by the way that they're dressed that they're not trying to flaunt it. It's just really warm outside. They're not trying to draw attention to themselves, but just by the nature of the heat, you might draw a little bit of extra attention to yourself even if you're not trying. I think that that's the kind of cute that I like, not the one that's trying so hard to be noticed. I think a lot of men would agree with me. Not that I would ever, tell a woman that because that's a crime. So I would keep it to myself. Although I'm starting to hear that women are starting to complain that men are not men are not showing them choosing signals anymore. Men are not giving them any attention. Men are not asking them out, not approaching them. Now more and more women are complaining. I think that the situation needs to go in this direction for a couple of years to kind of balance out society. And I kind of figured that we would get a little bit more balance in the world once men just start ignoring women as a whole outright. Just pretend they do not exist, not because you hate them or anything, but there needs to be a message sent um, that we're not putting women on pedestals anymore, and that this is what happens when men don't recognize your existence anymore. Because there are a lot of women who did not agree with this whole movement against men, but they didn't say anything, so the rules changed, and now they want to complain. Well, you should have spoke up when people were downing men and calling men evil for being attracted to women. Or should I say, calling men even evil for being attracted to attractive women? Because that's really the big problem. If guys were gushing over unattractive women, then we wouldn't be hearing a lot of the shit we're hearing. A lot of women in their late 20s are going to get caught up in all of this. But a lot of these women, they'll, they're fed that womanist rhetoric. What up, Ace? Oh yeah, yeah. You already know what I mean when I'm saying attractive women. You already know. Um, um, what's going to happen is a lot of these young. You know what? I think part of the womanist movement was a scam to take opportunities away from women in their early 20s. Because when I think about it, there's all of this hate towards men who are, in their 30s and 40s and 50s who are wanting to date women in their 20s. And what happens is that, the older women who have hit the wall and have no prospects, they're trying to control the narrative and say, well, if you're a 40 something year old man, you need to be getting with a 40 something year old woman. Otherwise, you're trying to take advantage. And then when you think about it, it's like, well, would you have been saying that shit when you were 20? Probably not. But really, your problem is that you've hit the wall. You've hit the wall, and you're mad because guys who now have the means to fund the lifestyle you want, they're not looking at you. So now you have to denigrate them and say, well, you're a guy that likes, little girls and children because you want to date someone who's young, in their 20s, and you're not looking at me. I get to reject you. You don't get to reject me. It's my place as a woman to reject you. But when you reject me, you're not in your place. I got to get rid of you. I got to make you unappealing to the younger women. I'm going to tell all the younger women, worry about your education. Don't worry about getting a man. So that when the younger women are not receptive to a guy who wants them, then the old women think, well, now I've got the advantage. You know? Yep. And, my thing is, you know, but then again, like I'm one of these guys, that's plagued, when I go on apps like Bumble and stuff, the vast majority of the women that try to match with me are wildly unattractive, or they're men posing as women. And yeah, no thanks. See something. Supposed to be running this errand right here. Hold on, folks. I gotta figure some shit out. Park anywhere, lights on. You could tell who's a Louis Rossman fan and who isn't. All right. Yeah, I had to run an errand for someone and I brought their stuff, but they didn't bring themselves. So I gotta go. So my apologies. I gotta run. Yeah, I'm not gonna make it to my client by 3 o'clock. Hopefully he'll have mercy on my soul. All right. Yeah. So I had to skate. I know I'm gonna hear it. My phone's gonna blow up later. Like, what the fuck? Like, I didn't see you, and I'm late for a client. Gotta go. Or like Jimmy Neutron. Gotta blast. Yeah. So I think that a lot of anybody who's ever listened to Kevin Samuels talk to women, you'll see that when he talks to these women and he explains to them what the real truth is and what men are really about, the women get really upset because they figure that they've been lied to, you know, and it's really unfortunate. It really is unfortunate. Um, the fact of the matter is that The men that have the resources want the prettiest and the perkiest. That's reality. And no amount of shaming men that have options is going to change that. So if you can't change a man's preference, what can you do? Well, you could try to trick younger, attractive women into saying, no, you need to date a guy. Oh, wait, don't even date at all. You are superior to these guys. You're strong and independent and don't need no man. And since you're strong and independent and don't need no man, then if we can convince all of the younger, attractive women who don't have any kids yet, and they're not, morbidly obese, then if these younger women are not on the dating market, then these men that make $100,000, $200,000, $300,000 a year, they're not going to get the attractive girls that they want. So they'll be stuck with me, this overweight baby mama that's got 8 kids by 16 different men. They'll be stuck with me because you gotta have. But you know what's happening? If a guy with options can't get what he wants, you know what he does? He goes single, and he starts running through, these girls because he's got options. And that's the reality. So, you can try to trick these younger women into taking themselves off the dating market, thinking that if you get rid of your competition, that you'll just get what you want. Yeah, it ain't going to work that way. The sad thing is that a lot of these young women are believing, a lot of these women are believing the lies that a lot of these women are believing the lies that are told to them by older women who have really no options. So yeah. So yeah, they're basically, trying to trick their opposition. See, a lot of the rhetoric that you're hearing that's anti-male, I'm starting to think that it's really not anti-male. What it really is a smokescreen to try to take out their competition instead. But the thing is, us men, we're hearing the message, and it's like, oh, then we'll just stop approaching all of you. So really, the older women are messing it up for the younger women because, the older women are not messing it up for themselves. They already messed it up for themselves. They already went out there and got their college degrees, and they already went out there and got their careers. They got what they prioritized. They got what they prioritized. And now they want to, after the game is already over for them, now they want to go and make men a priority. But the only thing they're doing is sabotaging the young women because they've already sabotaged themselves. There is no way you're going to get a man who's in the top 10% that's going to settle for, somebody whose titties are falling towards their waistline. It's just not going to happen. And no amount of shaming a man is going to make him more attracted to you. Not going to happen. Not going to happen. Sorry. Not going to happen. So I want to apologize to my good friend. I brought some packages for my good friend, but I had to run because I'm late for a client. As a matter of fact, I've got 11 minutes to get there and I'm still in Manhattan. So to have a chance at being on time for this client, I need to already be in Brooklyn. So apologies to those I had packages for today. Apologies. I'm so late today was wow, that was weird. Yeah, I don't know if my Samsung is going to be able to take I don't know if my Samsung is going to be able to handle the stream. I think because for whatever reason, my windshield is always facing the sun, and I think the sun is going to end up killing my phone. So while the Samsung can deal, while the Samsung can deal with the sun better than the iPhone, I'm not sure it's going to actually be able to handle it for real, for real. Go, guy, go, 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 go. Like this guy is like mad thirsty to get in front of me. It's like, all right, guy, you're thirsty. You're mad thirsty. But yeah, so one of the things that I figured is that, you know, I used to take that anti-male rhetoric. I used to take that to heart. You know, I used to really think that the world was out. I mean, in some ways, yeah, they are out to, try to silence men to varying degrees. But when you talk about the anti-male rhetoric that is fed to college-aged women from 18 to 24, that the time where a woman's sexual marketplace value is at its highest, the reason why it's being sold to those women as hard as it's being sold is because the older women have fucked up their opportunities. These older women have the older women have fucked up their opportunities, and they are just trying to they're trying to get back the opportunities that they've already fucked up for themselves. So they figure, hey, we can't um we cannot compete with the women that have more sexual marketplace value than us. These women way less than we do. They've got less problems than we do, and they have less kids than we do. How can we take them off the market so that we can get the guys we want? Well, sell them a lie. That's all you got to do. Sell them a lie. Tell them to get off the dating market because they need to do their career. Take the younger girls off the market. Now you've got now they're going to be forced to marry you and to pay for your children that you have with other men. But the reality is that these men will just stay single. That's the reality. And I think that a lot of these women who thought that they could sell these lies to the younger women and then get ahead, I think they're starting to really find out that that's not how it goes, and that's not how it's going to work. And, no amount of rhetoric or shaming tactics, no amount of that is going to make your unattractive ass attractive. So either you're going to have to become a better version of yourself, or you're just going to have to accept the fact that you're going to have to get an average or a below average man, depending on how low your marketplace value is, or you're going to have to be by yourself. And I don't know what these women thought, but a man's dick doesn't get harder the more a woman tries to shame it. Like, I'm not going to become more attracted to you the more you try to shame me. No, like my penis is going to get softer and softer. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. So now you're starting to see a lot of women age 22 to 28 who are really getting annoyed because men are not approaching them at all. And certainly like not the kind of men that they want approaching them. But the thing is, we heard the womanist outcry. We accepted the indictment on our character because we were born with penises. And we said, you know what? We're bad guys. We're going to leave you alone. Now you're mad. You're mad when you get approached. You're mad when you're not getting approached. See how that works? So I think that men are figuring this out, Ace. Men are figuring that out and they're making smarter decisions. But the thing is that women have not quite adjusted to the fact that men are, yeah, you got your guys that pay for OnlyFans, right? You got those guys. But those guys, you're starting to see less and less of those guys as those guys start to realize that they're wasting their money giving money to women who do absolutely nothing for them. And I think that when you're starting to see a lot of these women who are openly expressing their entitlement to a man's money and a man's non-sexual attention, they think that they're just entitled to it because they're a woman. I deserve your attention because society put me on a pedestal and says that I'm worth more than you. So just give me all your non-sexual attention so that I don't have to give up any of my value, but give me all your money. You give up all your value. You give me everything in return. And that's fair. Niggas. Nah. Like that dumbass sim that bought Belle Delphine water and drank it and ended up in the intensive care unit. Yeah, that's what's happening to all of you simps. All of you simps are dealing with that. So I used to do that blue pill shit. Some of the people in the chat who know me personally knows I used to do that simp blue pill shit. And yeah, we're not on that type of time. And I think that what you're starting to get is that what you're starting to get is that guys are waking up. We're no longer putting women on pedestals that don't deserve it. Shout out to the Simplistics. Speaking of simps, simplistic. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Don't put a dislike on my stream, please. It's still engagement though. By the way, y'all, definitely I need some help with the algorithm. Put a like on that shit, please. Please. All right. Um, tell all your friends that we out here doing the motherfucking thing. Oh, by the way, this beautiful ass face got his passport photos taken today. So let me tell y'all about this nigga zombie that was in the post office when the post office, right? I almost never go to the post office, but I went to this post office. You got a train going by. I went to this post office in Chelsea, right? I went to this post office in Chelsea. Fuck, it's 3 o'clock and I'm just hitting Brooklyn. Oh, got pulled into a meeting. Hopefully I'll get him at 4 o'clock. So I'm in. So I'm in the old Chelsea. They call it the old Chelsea post office. Okay, and I'm in heavy traffic. If you guys watched the first driving stream of the day, because this is part two, I get to the post office. I get there in time. I get to the window. Okay, okay. I'm trying to figure out a way that I can describe the situation to you. All right. When I'm talking about a nigga zombie, okay, I'm talking about Pookie from New Jack City, but female, age 55 to 60. Think Pookie from New Jack City, okay? Make it female and somewhere between 45 and 65 because she looked like the Walking Dead crackhead edition, okay? Her voice was raspier than Jadakiss, sounded much, much worse, okay? Everybody loves, Jadakiss's raspy voice. This is not a raspy voice that you ever want to hear, okay? All right. So she pulls up to the window on my left. I code switched into my let's take care of the customer service people because their fucking employers are not taking care of them. So I try to be, extra entertaining, extra cool to make their day go just a little bit easier. And this nigga zombie pops up on my left shoulder, on the window to my left. And in her crackheadiest voice, I'm here to see the postmaster. I want to see the postmaster. And the woman's like, well, there's only one postmaster general. And they're in Kentucky or Tennessee. I don't know, some middle America state, because there's only one postmaster general. And they're not going to get on an airplane and then come running. They're not going to get on a supersonic jet and come running because you showed up to the window, okay? She was talking to a male nigga zombie on the phone, okay? So the woman at the window says to her, the postmaster is not going to be available to you, but we do have a supervisor and a manager. I could put you in touch with one of those. I want to see the postmaster general. Wow, I knew that somebody's going to do some asshole shit. What I wish I could show you what I'm looking at right now. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can switch cameras right quick. Because I mean, I want you to see this fucking SUV that's in front of me right there. Look at this fucking SUV. He just cut this big ass truck off to get in front of him on a 1-lane road driving on the shoulder. Okay? I want you to know that that just happened. Straight asshole shit. Okay? Straight asshole shit. Straight asshole shit. Okay? Straight asshole shit. I don't think that you should be acting that way around a vehicle that probably weighs north of 10 tons. Just saying. But anyway, back to the nigga zombie, right? So the nigga zombie, I want to go to the post house job. I want some crack. I'm face palming the whole way through. But when the woman says, I can get a supervisor for you, but well, I'm talking to somebody on the phone that works for the post office. He said that there's a postmaster at every post office. We have supervisors and a manager I can get if you want. See, this is why I don't deal with black people. I don't deal with black people because they don't know how to treat their own. Now, the woman that was working this window, let me tell you, she was professional the entire way through. Okay, completely professional, trying to do her best because she knew who she was dealing with. She was dealing with a crackhead female version of Stink Meter. Anybody who's ever watched the Boondocks know. If you know, you know. And the woman is like, whoa, whoa, whoa. And then like the woman is like talking on the phone, talking about something, and then she says something in reference to the woman about nigga, and the woman is like, don't, I have not disrespected you, don't disrespect me. Like, why are you talking to me that? Like, don't talk to me that way. I haven't disrespect. She's on the phone with the male nigga zombie. We're talking about the crackhead dead, the walking crackhead dead. Okay. Oh, I didn't. I didn't disrespect anybody. Did you hear me disrespect anybody? And everybody, I mean everybody, even the white people are looking at each other like, holy shit, what the fuck is wrong with this zombie? Like, the fuck? The woman is like, you know what? I'm gonna step away. She steps away from the window, right? She gets on her phone to try to call the manager, right? She gets on the phone to call the manager at this woman's request. Then the zombie goes, oh, I see she's ignoring me. She's ignoring me. Ma'am, can I get your name? Can I get your name? And she's like, oh, now she's on the phone. She's sitting here, filing her nails and doing her nails. She should just be doing her job because, my mail keeps ending up in the wrong mailbox, like she has anything to do with it. And I'm like, holy fucking shit. Holy fucking shit. Right? And the woman steps out of the back room and says, I'm on the phone to get the manager, as you requested. So the nigga zombie who claims he works for the post office, right? He tells her to put him on speakerphone. And he's like, am I on speakerphone? Am I on speakerphone? See, listen here, nigga bitch. And then the woman that was taking care of me was like, hold up. No. We don't do that here. I will call the postal police. We'll call the postal police. I'm like, oh my fucking, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I can't, I cannot believe this happening. I'm gonna roast this bitch on my YouTube channel. That's like, that's all, that's all I could think. I'm gonna roast this bitch on my channel. I'm gonna roast her, which is what I'm doing right now. I laugh at motherfuckers in Maseratis. I laugh at them. Like you literally paid for a $50,000 car. You paid you paid $100,000 for a $50,000 car just because it says Maserati on it. Your infotainment system sucks. Your ergonomics suck inside the vehicle. The driving dynamics ain't all that. And you looking around in your expensive sunglasses, which I'm getting. I'm getting expensive sunglasses. Watch, it's coming. I laugh at motherfuckers in Maseratis. And I'm talking about late model Maseratis. I'm not talking about the good Maseratis, right? Yo, Simplistics, I thought of this shit, but the thing is, if I would have started recording, she would have attacked me and I would have punched her dead in her crackhead head. I would have punched her in her crackhead. So I didn't want to escalate the situation because, you know, women behind the counter were already taking enough abuse. And I didn't want to pour fire on the situation. So what I did was I added levity to the situation for them, you know? So the woman was like, "Oh, did this woman say she had a post office box?" She was like, "Yo, I will close her account and call the postal police and get her the fuck up." And I was just like, "Oh shit. Is her nickname in here Petty LaBelle?" We all had a laugh. Like I'm trying to make these ladies laugh because they didn't deserve what this chick started off the whole encounter with, "I don't want to deal with no black people." Yo, you're the person you don't want to deal with. You're the person. All that shit you're talking, you're the one that embarrasses black people. You have nothing to be embarrassed about that's external. There's no extrinsic situation that you should feel shame. Everything should be intrinsic with you. Because you are a blight on blackness. You're one of the 80s crackheads who didn't die. You are the Walking Dead. Like I get it. You're upset because your mail ends up in the wrong mailbox. And I'm like, yo, my mail ends up in the wrong mailbox. Every day. Every fucking day, one of my neighbors or my landlord is doing the job of the people that work at the post office. Every day. What, you think you special? Because you smoke some crack? No, you're not special. You're not special because you smoke some crack and survive. Then, now this is the same woman that said, the same zombie that said she don't deal with no black people. When the manager came down, it was a stockier, a shorter, stockier black man that came out. And let me tell you, when she laid eyes on him, all of that "I don't deal with black people" shit went right out the fucking window. And he dealt with her like super courteous, just like the black women behind the counter did. But she wasn't going to pull that mess with this guy because she might have gotten rock bottomed right there on the marble floor in the post office. I turned around, like I'm trying to diffuse the situation because the women look really stressed out and they're trying to do their best to stay composed and professional. And when I was done, I turned around because I, my voice carries. if you haven't noticed. And I turned around, and the white people that were waiting, they were staring at me like I was Jesus fucking Christ. And they were shaking their head like, what the fuck just happened? And I'm like, listen, when you give respect, you get respect. And that's really all there was. I didn't have to say anything directly about that person. I just mentioned a principle, and they got what I was talking about. Because I didn't want to make it obvious that I was talking about her disgusting attitude. I didn't want to make it obvious because then she showed up. She left uh, the post office and then came back with the nigga zombie who looked like in the 1980s he used all the S curl. Like that's like he looked like the type of guy that didn't spend any money on food. He only bought S curl and crack. That's what he looked like. He looked like he wanted to be one of the five heartbeats. And it's like, nigga, I will put this forearm right across your jaw. So I made my point, and it sucks because we just did Black Power Magic Hour on Tuesday night, and we had a couple of white people in our chat, in the Facebook chat, talking about how embarrassed they are to be white. And it's like, no, 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 no. You don't have to carry the shame for the skin color you were born in. But then now I'm in the post office, and my instincts feel like I gotta save the perception of black people to these white motherfuckers over here because of the fucking Walking Dead on my left. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. And I probably say the weirdest thing about it is, like, I have this friend that I've known for a long time since computer school. His name is Jimmy. And anytime me and my family would hang out with my friend Jimmy, this kind of shit would happen. And this shit happened, and I look around and Jimmy's nowhere to be found. Very fucking strange. Shout out to my friend Jimmy, because this is the kind of shit that would happen if he was around. But I digress. I felt kind of like a hypocrite because here I am telling these white people that the bigoted shit that some white people live by, that's not a shame that you have to carry if you're not engaging in such behavior. But here I am feeling the same pressure that they felt. It's a fucking shame. Oh my God. Look at this truck on the curb. Almost hit a bike. Holy crap. But anyway, so much wildness. So much wildness. Anyway, um, I'm not saying that I'm fancy or anything, but I just bought a silk pillowcase. I bought two silk pillowcases that come with like these silk eye coverings. I'm about to be like the bougiest, the what, bougie, bougie. I'm gonna be about to be the bougiest evil motherfucker you've ever met. I'm no bitch, but I think I might put that silk shit over my eyes and just bask in the luxury just because I can. You know, now I can understand why Frank White will wear a mink coat. Because back in them days, they didn't have mink coats for men. Mink coats are for women. But he's like, you know what? It's just that luxury. So I went and bought a 20-pound. I bought a heavy blanket for the wintertime. It weighs 20 pounds. I mean, like for real, for real. Like I'm having trouble grabbing this shit with one. Oh shit! Fucking 20 pound, a 20 pound heavy blanket this winter. Yo, I could have, yeah, I could have went viral. I could have went viral. I could have definitely went viral. So Sleep Number, which is the place where I got my expensive ass bed. That's where I went today. Now, again, I don't want to appear to be overly fancy. Sitting here in my Mercedes SUV, but there, I bought a weighted blanket at the perfect time of the year. The weighted blanket that I paid for today retails for $200. I got that shit 75% off. I would have paid the 200, but they gave it to me 50. So yeah. Um yeah. They gave me 20% off of the silk pillowcases too. But the sad part is I couldn't leave the store with them. He's like, I have to order. I had to have them sent to your house. Like, no, I want my silk pillowcase. You see, it's important for people that got the waves spinning like this. All right, when you see guys that got waves spinning like this at age 38, I got to protect the hair, man. I got to protect the hair. So I wore one of those silk like wave caps when I go to bed, and then I put my head on the silk pillowcase, so you have less friction. It doesn't pull the wave cap off my head or have it shifting all over the place and then it fucks up my hair. Well, I don't have to ask why they're doing it. I'm buying a weighted blanket in July and it's 95 degrees right now. So they're not expecting to sell any weighted blankets. So to get rid of the inventory, well, you gotta get rid of it. Well, you know, that's how you get rid of it. 75% off. Yeah, guy, definitely cross in front of me. Illegal left-hand turn. This is why you can't have nothing nice, folks. Everybody knows that when you're waiting to make a left-hand turn. Oh, shit. Yo, that fucking fire truck just lit up its alarm out of nowhere, and I almost got T-boned. Where'd you get it from? The Sleep Number store, where I got my expensive ass bed. On Fifth Avenue. On Fifth Avenue between 18th and 19th Street. So I think I bought the last one they had in stock too. But I think they had like a 12 pounder in there, but I bought the 20. I bought the 20 pounder. So I'm hoping that, some more things go my way so that, the wintertime will be even more comfortable for me. But for right now, I locked it down with the 20 pounder. And let me tell y'all, that blanket is heavy, son. Like, I don't think I'm going to be able to go to work from November 15th to March 15th. I'm going into hibernation, folks. That's what I'm doing. I'm going into hibernation because I'm going to be underneath that weighted blanket. I'm going to be like, should I get out and do stuff or lay underneath this blanket? I think I'm going to lay underneath this blanket. Of course, I'm kidding because I've got to get my gains. Speaking of gains, your boy is moving up on the squat fairly quickly. My body is warming up very nicely to the stresses of the barbell back squat. So when I first started, getting back to the actual gym, I did some reps at 135 pounds, which is really just it's 60 kilos, just the bar and 245-pound plates. And then I moved to 155 last Tuesday, not last Tuesday, last Thursday, right? And then today I was just like, well, I was able to do sets of 10. I think I did 3 sets of 10 on the barbell back squat at 155. So I said, you know what? My fitness math tells me that I should be able to hit 185 for 5 reps. I should be able to hit that. And let me tell y'all, because on Sundays what I do is I goblet squat 150 pounds. And goblet squatting is way harder than back squatting because there's so much stress on the biceps. So, just getting in the position is a workout. So, so I hit the squat today and it was relatively easy. So what I'm going to do this Sunday is that I'm going to hit that squat again, the goblet squat at home and try to up my numbers. I think the last time I did it, I think I did like 2 or 3 sets of 10 at 150 on the goblet front loaded. So this Sunday, of course, because that's the heaviest I can go with my dual dumbbell setup because I have 2 75-pound dumbbells. So I go in the rack position. I do like a quasi pseudo clean and get into that position, and I just kind of goblet it that way. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to get to 3 or 4 sets of 10. Because what that's going to do is it's going to continue to raise my capacity. And my barbell deadlift, I did at 245 because I'm working my way back up. Like, you guys know I can deadlift at least 325 because I did it cold like 2 weeks ago, right? So I'm going to try to move up in volume at 245. Instead of doing like 5x5, I might do 5x7 or 7x5, one of the two, just to see, how well my body holds up in that situation. And the increased load and stress on my hamstrings and glutes will translate to more strength Oh, there's an Allstate office here in case I get Allstate again. And, in case, um, yeah. So with me moving up in volume a little bit, uh, um, it's going to give me an opportunity to maybe squat 205 next Thursday. So, it is pretty ambitious what I'm trying to do. But if I can get my strength numbers up, then I can get my growth hormone and my testosterone levels to rise. Because that's really what I want. I want to get my hormone levels to go up so that instead of me having the hormone levels of a modern man in his late 30s, I want to get it at least up to the hormone levels of a modern man in his early 30s or maybe just 30. And um, one of the ways that you can put yourself in a situation to um, to kind of get your HGH up and your testosterone levels is to stress out your lower body as effectively as you can, because your body needs an impetus to raise capacity, and your little bicep curls are not going to do that. In fact, if you want bigger biceps for your bicep curls, you got to squat heavy, you got to deadlift heavy. So some of these older guys you see, some of them are on TRT, some of them are on some of them are on TRT, some of them are on steroids, but steroids alone are not going to give you the physique that you're looking for. You're going to have to trigger the usefulness of the increase in testosterone in human growth hormone. You're going to have to kind of make use of it by really, really stressing out the largest muscles in your body. And the largest muscle groups would be, the glutes and the hamstrings and the quadriceps together. You stress that shit out, the right way, not getting injured. A good movement pattern is really stressing out your lower body. And, you can get your testosterone levels to come up a little bit. And what that'll do is when you lift for hypertrophy in other areas of your body, you'll see better gains in other areas. So, one of the things I got to tell you guys is that even if you have nice looking arms and a nice looking chest, you can look so much better if you don't skip leg day. And you can't bitch out on leg day too. You can't just do shit that's easy. Someone is driving against the flow of traffic. No good. No good. So I'm very happy, squatting 185 was not all that stressful for me. I remember the last time I tried to squat 135 with the back injury, to force it. I could not control the hip orientation whatsoever. It was just hell on earth. It really was. So now I'm in a situation where I can move again. And I'm very happy. Very, very happy with where I'm at. So, maybe I should live stream some of my workouts one of these days. Because some of the training that I do in my living. In fact, I did an 80-pound kettlebell goblet squat in the gym. I did the 185 barbell back squat, and then I did 7 sets of 3 pull-ups. Well, why is that important? Because I don't have access to those modalities in my living room. So what I can do is, I can do the things I can't do at home. I could do that shit in the gym. And then the stuff that I can do at home, I can then do that workout later. So right now I'm rushing to get home so that I can get to my client. But when I'm done with my client, there's going to be more pre-workout, there's going to be more Gatorade, and then I'm going to do the stuff that I didn't do in the gym, but that I do have access to at home because I've got this fabulous workbench. I can do incline, I can do flat. There's so much I can do, right? So, I can do, like, I did my vertical pull work already. I did the barbell back squat, and now I can go home. I can do lighter goblet squat for more volume. Because let me tell you something, fellas. Girls like big arms, but girls also like guys with good glutes. Okay. Girls like guys with good glutes, man. I gotta tell you. It's true, folks. It is so true. I don't like this parking spot, but I'm gonna take it because I know some asshole is gonna try to box me in. Parking in front of this hydrant because nobody's really leaving tickets right now. All right, motherfuckers. I'm 36 minutes late, although my client, I said he got pulled into a meeting, so he wasn't going to be able to hit that shit. And, yeah, so I still got to prepare because he might be ready by 4. But anyway, yo, Dr. Evil Genius, appreciate you. I'll have more wild stories. These fucking post-Rona stories of people acting a goddamn fool. Okay? So I'll definitely have more crazy stories for y'all. So until the next time, we up out of here.